Hello everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this reading. So today's reading will be all about who you are. Um, I believe and I intend these messages to basically bring you some kind of peace of heart and clarity, and most of all, confirm the things that you already know about yourself and bring some more clarity. And I would like you guys to think that this is like your personal me time, and all the messages will be bringing you some kind of peace. So, without further ado, this is going to be group number one with the what was the tarot name? The Wild Unknown Tarot, and this is going to be the owl. If you need something like visible to see on it, to this side. And this is going to be Muse Tarot, but do more of what makes you happy. And this is going to be group number three with the Mermaid Tarot and this little elephant crystal on it. So you can take your time, pause the video, do your selection in whichever way you like to do. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. And whenever you're ready, I'll see you at your pile. Hello, group number one. Welcome to your reading. So, if you have chosen this wild unknown tarot with this all on it, then this is going to be your reading. So, let me first share with you what I felt during your meditation. Group number one. So, this is going to be general messages. So, take it as it resonates. If it's not, just leave them. I felt that group number one, you have this like a beautiful aura. I even felt like some green color around you, but like it changes throughout our lives. Maybe the green is whatever is dominant right now for you. But you have this calming presence around you that it is so attractive to the other people. They like to be around you. They like to be in your presence, even if you're not doing something specific together. And this is very like alluring to the people around you. And I feel like you had this kind of like a good sense of presentable way of acting, way of representing yourself. You might be having a Libra in your chart presence somewhere. And also I feel that you guys are learned throughout your lives to not to be thrown away by your emotions, because I really do felt and sense that you're actually quite connected with your emotions and your heart chakra. However, throughout your life you learn to not your emotions. You learn the fact that your emotions are not going to take away from you. It's not going to dictate how you see yourself, how you behave, and etc. But I believe that in your early life, that might not be the case. So you might have been resonated by being more in touch with your emotions, showing it around. Let's say if you have been angry or not feeling good, so you were just like being too expressive about it, like in a sense that being hasty nearly, crying, having some tantrums. Let's say that's like very normal to have as a child as well, depending on the environment we grew up in. But I feel like this is what you have been mastering and learning throughout your life until this point. And one other thing is that you might be resonating by liking being around water. It might be calming you, or you might have a wish to be living around the water. Also, the last thing is that you have deeply rooted roots, if that makes sense. So you might be having quite a lot of reincarnations on this earth, or you might have a quite sense of connectedness with your ancestors as well, if you have been drawn to learning more about that or connecting with them more. But I'm seeing that you guys have been also working on your grounding, so that you can be more present in the moment. But I have talked a lot already, so I'll start with your reading. I'll put you in somewhere you can see, maybe around here. Yes. So, group number one, I'll do the live shuffling of your cards. I'll start with your tarot, And let's see, who are you, group number one? Anything to confirm that you already know? Anything that maybe you have been suppressing? Anything to basically bring out some clarity. Who are you, group number one? And this is like your time totally just relax and chill. And we have the Author of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, came in reverse. I'd like to get more cards. We have the World in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I'm seeing you guys that you might be quite resonating with being stubborn or like too logical in senses, because I do believe that you're actually quite intuitive. You have quite healing aura and presence around other people, as you mentioned, but you have been gonna go through a lot of awakening moments throughout this life. And they're all gonna be triggered by different occasions. However, the healing is like for one kind of like a specific purpose for you. So you can see that all of those flowers are like basically branching out the main like wood in here. So you are gonna get triggered like constantly throughout this lifetime, but the reason is that you are quite a strong and resentful soul. So you can basically go through that. You can go through that kind of like a healing. And because of that, you're gonna evolve a lot. Like that's also one of the reasons why I was feeling that you might have been reincarnated on this earth quite a lot, many times, so that you are an old soul, you're a wise soul. You already learned a lot of lessons before in your previous incarnations, so you're only remembering them in this lifetime. That's why you might feel like the life is too fast for you. You you've been always living on the like 10 times faster, like moving forward with life, while the other people around you, you come into contact with them, you're seeing them as chilling. Of course we cannot know actually what's happening in people's lives deep down, but you can sense it. That's one thing. You might be clairsentience as well. But the fact is that the things that you can learn in this lifetimes that are remained are the hard ones. Like since you open your eyes in a physical form in this world, because you already learned the easier lessons, comparably easier lessons in your previous lifetimes. But you guys are doubting quite a lot to trust your intuition. You're quite intuitive. You can feel the intentions of other people. You're clairsentience. I believe that you might be getting chills whenever you're in contact with spirit, whenever they are talking for you. You might be clairvoyant as well, resonating with that one. You have quite healing powers, and you're healing your ancestral karma, and you might be also wanted to look out and get connected more with your ancestors to understand your gifts. Do not doubt the fact that you're a spiritual being having a human experience in this lifetime. I do not want to say that because it sounds like after a while like a phrase and maybe a bit cheesy even for some people, but with this like a daughter of wands in reverse, you're doubting a lot. But like whatever you're feeling, I feel like you have quite occasions that you might be dreaming even into the future, and then whenever you woke up, you're like, okay, what was that about? And then you see that thing happens during the day or like a couple of days after quite quickly, and then still your analytical and logical mind is like, is that me or what? I mean, like, what else proof do you need? Is kind of like a message that I'm feeling it. But let's get more messages about who you are, group number one. Ooh, I was gonna say 7 of Cups, but this is 9 of Cups. You are quite abundant. This is not this is not a magician, but I'm feeling like you're a master manifester, and you're gonna have a lot of things in this lifetime that you would like to have, even the things that you didn't know that could make you feel happy. Like the things are the things that you're gonna acquire and have and you deserve to have in this lifetime is basically a lot more than what your logical mind could have. Like, biggest lessons that I'm seeing is in this lifetime for you is to trust yourself, trust your own intuition, and trust your own abilities. You guys are very much in connected with your emotions, and whenever you start learning, and I'm feeling that this is already something that you know and learned and working on for a while. Whenever you learn to take a control over your emotions and be more in the present and manifesting, learning manifesting through the present moment state, is going to be the time that your reality starts shifting. It's in a sense that you had this doubt about yourself throughout your life. Maybe you had quite an harsh early childhood environment, that you were so nice, you're still a so nice person, but you didn't want to make others feel bad. So you were always acting like a mediator in your surroundings, in your interactions with people. And now you're learning how to set your boundaries, uh, and not to get affected by other people's like burdens or their responsibilities or their traumas. So that is affecting your self-worth, that you're gaining more clarity and understanding through your shadow in this way as well. Communication is one thing, that how you're learning and evolving throughout this lifetime. How to trust yourself, how to speak up for yourself is also one thing. But the thing is that the biggest way for you to actually manifest the things to your life is through feeling them, really sitting with the feeling of, let's say I want to manifest an amazing car, let's say, sitting with the feeling of it, like when you have what you would like to have in your life, how would it make you feel actually? So this is the biggest way how you're going to basically attract those manifestations into your life. You are learning, yes, you're learning the power of your words. Like, your words are a lot more powerful than you could have ever imagined, and they're so healing. You might be resonating by wanting to be a public speaker, or like even to basically speak out what's in your heart, what you truly believe in. And that's not coming from an egoic place of trying to convince anyone. No, it's just like your soul needs that kind of like a creative outlet, and that creative outlet for you is to basically share your learnings, your healings, like what you have gained throughout your experiences in this lifetime, and sharing with the other people. And I'm seeing that you're actually leading and being somewhere which has quite like power in other people's life. Like, I'm really seeing that you might be having some Aquarius or Libra in your chart that's quite like affecting people and bringing up this kind of like a lightning moment in them, this epiphanies that they weren't even aware of the fact that they needed to hear. What else, group number one? Like, who are you? What your guides, angels, ancestors would like to tell, like, and bring out your attention about who you are. I was saying Seven of Cups. Now we got Seven of Cups and it came in reverse. You guys have a lot of options, but there's only one thing that's going to fulfill your soul. So I'm seeing you guys that you have quite a lot of creative passions, and you have a lot of talents that you acquire in the previous lifetimes. But there's only one thing that you truly want to pursue, or you will truly want to pursue in the later on of your life. And this is like, when this card is in the reverse position, you can see that the sun is up. But whenever it's in the upright position, you can see that the moon is up. So whenever moon is up, I'm just seeing for the first time that like you have multiple options, and moon represents our emotions and more of like our, let's say, the darker or unexpressed or untapped inside, so that you might have a tendency to get lost in the options. However, when this is in reverse like this, and do not take the reverse in a negative sense at all, I'm seeing that you are gaining a lot more clarity about where you're going. you're literally at the point of your life right now that you are gaining a perfect balance in your feminine and masculine energies, like the feminine with the moon, your shadow side in the dark in here versus your masculine energy. You know where you want to go forward. You know you know where your emotional fulfillment is lying. Oh my, I love this reading. You see, chariot, yes, like you are the chariot. You are the point in your life, literally know how to move forward, and you can see the moon and the sun again in this card. Like this is okay. This is another seven. We have two sevens. So this like confirms me about your spiritual path that you are really like on the right path. Like everything is really working and aligning for you, group number one. You might feel like somehow like things are not moving so fast, but like everything is always on its time. So if it's not moving so fast right now in your life, then it means that you just need to chill and let go with the flow and do not force anything to basically move forward. We have Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, clarifying the Daughter of Wands. I'm seeing that you guys are quite shy, and especially when you were younger, I feel like you were even more shy to be expressive about how you feel, what you think, your point of views. Like you are extremely empathic and sensitive that maybe you grew up in some kind of like a chaotic environment in your childhood during your family time, but you have this beautiful sparks around you. Can you see that with this owl? And you also choose the owl as well. You guys have lots of wisdom definitely to bring out to this lifetime. The world needs you, your point of view, but maybe in the childhood you feel like you were always at the edge, you will always have to be hypersensitive to the situations around you, but you are so unique, you have lots of things to bring out to the table. Like you might have been quite naturally triggering to the people around you as well because of your natural frequency and vibration, because you were unique, you were being a mirror to them. But yeah, in overall, you're quite a gentle soul who would like to like okay, who would like to naturally think about like a thing for everyone to want to do the utmost ethical thing. But I'm feeling that throughout this lifetime when you're evolving you are learning literally that you cannot please everyone, and this is not your responsibility to do so as well. You are learning how to gain more confidence towards yourself and who you are, what you think, what you want to have, like without any judgment towards yourself, without any negative talk to yourself. And yeah, we have moon. This was one of the shadows that you needed to integrate in this lifetime. What else, group number one? And I'm seeing that like all of the cards right now we got are like minor arcanas and the court cards. So I'm seeing that you are also kind of like a transition period of your life right now. Oh, we have Nine of Wands, and that came in reverse under the Nine of Cups. So you might be seeing quite a repetitive numbers. Give me a second. Oh, sorry. So how you experience this lifetime is quite on the reverse order that I'm seeing, basically. So you are being affected by the moon cycles a lot, the moon phases a lot. I'm seeing it. Like your enlightenment is through your darkness. Like the more you understand your shadows and make peace with them, the more confident you're going to be, and the more easily you're going to attract manifestation towards your life. So at first, I feel like in the early childhood time, you might feel quite lost, quite lost. You might feel like there's too much too many things that are wrong with you. Like everyone else is wrong, everyone else knows what they're doing, they figured out the things, they're so confident. Even at the very early age, let's say that you're in secondary school, high school, your peers might have been acting like they're all figured it out, they have such confidence, etc. But versus you were so authentic, you were not like wearing masks like them, you were not trying to hide your insecurities like them. So you were always in search for those kind of authentic souls like you. But the world was not that kind of like a beautiful place to be in. So you always feel like you were in a black ship. You did not fit in, so you always just question yourself like, what's wrong with me? I know something is wrong with me. I know that multiple things are wrong with me, but I'm not sure where to start working on. But that was just your uniqueness. So the other people's egos around you were just like suppressing your true light. But now you're learning through it. So when you start your healing journey, which I believe that you're already completed a lot, you start realizing that actually nothing is wrong with you. You start switching your perspective towards people, towards a life, towards yourself. Like, yeah, 9-9. Like, there is like a breakthrough right now in your life that's happening. Yeah, Five of Cups. You learn to not to be in this pity or self-pity mode because in the past you might be defined from your ego in order to create yourself a sense of self, like a false sense of self. You might be defined by being a victim of your circumstances quite a lot because, yeah, if you have been resonating by not fitting in, then you are feeling sad about that. But now, by the time you're learning that this is actually not the case and you were not meant to fit in. With S group number 1, who are you? You have how many? 2? Yeah, okay. Ooh, again, the Chariot clarifying for the Seven of Cups in reverse in here with the Strength. You might also have a quite dominant Leo in your chart as well. And like, yeah, you might be a fire sign too, because like, can you see that with the Daughter of Wands, the infinite is a symbol, and with the lion in here as well. So you are healing and learning a lot about your sense of worth and your ego, how to tame your ego, because I believe that you guys like finer things in life. You guys like to be in the spotlight, and your aura is quite like alluring, as I mentioned before, that you naturally attract people. Like, you know how to be in the eyes of the party, but you might not always feel like you have an energy to do so. So when you start mastering all your shadows and integrating everything you learn, you are going to be operating from an amazingly high vibration that you're gonna attracting everything like in the blink of an eye into your life. Okay, that might be maybe like too much. I don't want to sound like too like wooey or like unrealistic, but you guys could manifest things into your life quite fast, and you are also learning what is in your energy field, which is yours, your energy, and what is not yours. So you're learning how to protect and differentiate your energy from other people's energy. Since you're an empath, you needed to learn that one by like learning through experiences. I'm checking if there is anything else. I'm just hearing, yeah, you shine so brightly. There's this like, you can see that the shining of this both cards, like how the sun is like basically beaming their rays over these two cards. You meant to be under spotlight. You meant to be under spotlight. Okay, one last message coming through is that when you find out the specific purpose that is actually going to fulfill your cup and decided to take an action towards that, because you guys meant to be successful in this lifetime and you're going to be, and you guys can be successful at any pursuit you put your mind into, but you have lots of passions, so you might easily get lost in like, should I do this or do this? So it's a little bit hard for you to decide, but when you decide for what you actually want to pursue throughout your lifetime, you're gonna shine. You're meant to be in front of a public eye that I see. But let's move forward with your oracle cards. We're already more than 20 minutes into the reading. And I like to use these astrology cards. And let's see, I haven't used them for a long while. Let's get 2 cards for you. Group number 1, Venus, I love. Oh, it's number 4 as well. I'd like to get one more as a clarification. And we have Black Moon Lilith under that. Ooh, okay, we have Taurus. I'm gonna get that one as well. I feel that you guys might be learning a lot in this lifetime throughout your relationship with others, especially. Like there is something that was always hard for you to be in connection or have a real connection with other people. So you might have like literally Taurus in your basically Venus in here. You guys love to have a life where you can like comfortably share it with your significant other. You guys love to be stable, and you guys love to provide whenever you are in this like a relationship with the significant other. You guys are a type of people who show your who show your love to the other ones by providing for them. And you do not, I feel like you guys are not type of people who would like to switch from one relationship to another. Like when you're in one, I believe that you gave it all. And you are quite a lot like charmed by beauty. Like it's kind of speaks to your soul. Like let's say the beauty really speaks to your soul, and you might also love to be around beautiful environments, neat environments. You love the luxury in this lifetime that the money can buy, because you're in this kind of like a mindset. You are getting into this mindset that there's nothing wrong about wanting good things in life, because I earn that, and if I'm in this lifetime like naturally by birthright, as a birthright, I have this desire and a right to basically enjoy the finer things in life. So a 414, like this is one of your foundations throughout the relationships. That might be one of your like operating points in life as well that I'm seeing. And you guys are quite essential. So being a clairsentient, it could be very like actually make a sense for you guys. You have, that's why you have this beautiful aura with the Venus card in here, basically. Oh, what else? You guys might be into astrology as well. Mm, old languages is coming as one thing. Okay, let me see if I can get any more clarifications on that through this Moonology cards. But you, oops, I want to shuffle more. We already got 3 cards, but I wanna. Okay, they're not gonna let me shuffle, definitely. I got 3 cards before, and I wanted to put them back because there were a lot. Now I have 4 cards. I'm not gonna resist. Maybe you're learning not to resist as well. So, oh my God, expect a powerful change, a new start is coming. So, okay, new moon and eclipse and a new moon. So you guys are meant to go through several changes in your lifetime. You know, I was saying that you guys are gonna go through a lot of spiritual awakenings, a lot of triggers in your lifetime to basically awaken one purpose and put you in the right track of your true authentic self, which are not bounded by any kind of conditions in this lifetime or anything that is taught to you by your early environment, including your family. So this is kind of like very much confirming that, first of all, you are going through this kind of like awakening period in your lifetime, quite a lot of changes that are happening. And also you are meant to bring a lot of like ideas and changes in this world. Like you might feel like most of the time nothing is yet set in stone in your lifetime. So I feel like whenever you start getting like comfy in a situation and or wanting to make an uncomfortable situation comfortable by basically ignoring the red flags or the things that are not going well. So divine was always bringing in tower moments into your life. They were like, we saw it. No, that's not meant for you. You deserve a lot more. Like, no, like your soul is so bright to shine, and we are not going to dim your life with that. So they were always like pulling the rug under your feet. So that might be quite annoying. I'm sorry to hear that if that's resonating. But that is meant to happen because you are learning quite extensively in this lifetime. It's like a very much like intensive, like a fast track course for you. And I believe that you're learning a lot in your love relationships as well. And yeah, don't let your past hold you back. There's a lot of karma basically you're clearing out. I want you to get actually some kind of like a zodiac signs for you as well, but I see none in here except Taurus, like no from the Moonology deck. So it, your guys are quite generally speaking right now. You are not letting your past hold you back. Like one of the biggest thing you are doing in this lifetime is clearing your ancestral karma, and you meant to live through seeing your good karma in this lifetime, and this is what you're bringing in basically. That's why I was also mentioning that you guys might want to look at connecting more with your ancestors, and through that I'm seeing that you're going to learn more about your powers as well, your psychic powers too, which I believe you have a lot. Leap and the Age of Light. This is you. You have been training for this for lifetimes. I told you guys, you're quite special souls. And yeah, you are quite old souls. This is not your first incarnation on Earth. That's why it might feel a little bit stuck at first in your early times, but until your Saturn return, I guess you're learning a lot. But then I believe that the things are starting to pace up so fast in a very good sense. And the leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Literally, you're learning to take a leap of faith and go with the flow and not analyze, overthink, or overanalyze on things. Because I'm seeing that naturally you guys are overthinkers. And I guess that you guys have been conditioned to be in that sense because there was a lot for you to learn and overcome when you were a little kid. You did not have emotional support. You always feel like you have to be extra sensitive and understanding about other people's emotions because everything was a threat for you and there was no one to basically acknowledge that it's okay, I'm with you. Tell me how you're feeling. So you always had to be your own support. So you develop your own support mechanisms through those hardships. So now you're unlearning those unhealthy coping mechanisms and you're learning to take a leap of faith that the universe will always catch you. Even if when you're going through those ups and downs always in your lifetime, you might have been in the pity mood in your early life. But now you're learning that everything is happening for a reason, basically. Nothing is against you, but the things are happening for you. Yeah, weight of the world. Boundaries and let go. It's not yours to carry. Definitely, you're learning to set boundaries even with the universe, with the people, with yourself. Like, boundaries with yourself looks like when you know that something is not good for you, you don't want to keep doing it. Let's say that it's so easy to like being a potato in front of a TV, but after a while you realize that it's actually like dimming your light. You have this creative urge to do something, but it's just like requires like this nudge, to get out of the sofa and start doing something. So you rather to stay in this kind of uncomfortable state. So that's one example. So you're giving yourself a nudge. You're realizing that you might need to give yourself a nudge to start doing something. That's one of the self boundaries you set with yourself. And regardless that sitting in front of a TV and a sofa and not doing anything, that is very much needed sometimes. Also, setting boundaries with people in the very beginning, like saying no and not feeling even guilty about that, and not judging yourself about how you feel, what you want to say or what you think. And also setting boundaries with the universe, because I see that you guys have been like in this mode of like quite saying okay to everyone that are being served to you by universe, the situations, the people. Like one of the best like examples that I listened was from Taylor Swan again, and she was saying that like there was this girl, and like she was always being the best, I guess, like and the most understanding and the mediator in her group. Like she was always attending the trainings in this in the extent in an expense of extending herself and her own well-being, and she was not speaking up for herself. So the coach, like her mates, were was taking benefit of her time and her availability. But the moment that she decided to basically switch that attitude towards the fact that no, I'm not gonna do that, and start speaking up for herself, she realized that actually the universe is supporting her. She didn't find herself in situations like, and again, family, I was mentioning, she didn't find herself in situations that were testing her or her life again. She could be able to manage her time a lot better, and she started attracting people who were like basically more in touch with her, more respectful of her boundaries and her time, etc. So that's one of the examples of setting boundaries with a universe. Last two things are about books and family. Family says that loving your friends and family is central to your life's purpose. One thing is that one of the biggest things you're learning and healing is through your family relationships, especially about boundaries. The biggest thing you'll need to learn in this lifetime could be about setting boundaries with your family, because that is the beginning of all of your root issues that arise in, or the learnings that you needed to have in this lifetime. So you might have been incarnated in quite a dysfunctional family in that sense, but by time you are going to forgive, and you might be under the circumstances of forgiving them already, because I believe you have been doing a lot of healing work. So that's really going to pay off, and I believe that you guys are going to have a quite beautiful, amazing family, and you're going to invite your soul family into your like lifetime soon as well. Books, you connect your life purpose through your involvement with books. You learn a lot. So there are types of books that you're very much into and attracted to, and that just creates like immense amount of clarity and understanding about what has been happening in your lifetime. That is just like amazing epiphanies that you could catch throughout the books that you're involving yourself with. But group number one, that was a long reading. I did not intend it to, but thank you so much for bearing with me until the end if you did. I hope those messages were resonating and bring you some kind of like a peace of heart and mind. I'm really wishing you amazing rest of your week. I appreciate if you give a thumbs up to this video or share your experiences with me throughout the comments. But I hope to see you next time. Until then, very much take care of yourselves. Bye bye. Hello, group number two. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this pile with the Muse Tarot and do more of what makes you happy, then this is going to be your pile. So before I start with your reading, I'd like to share with you guys that what I felt with your meditation. Can I put this in here if you can see? Yeah, somehow. Okay. So, sorry, group number two. First of all, I just for some reason wanted to cleanse your energy. Maybe you might need to cleanse your energy as well. I was saging it, and these messages are going to be general messages, so only take what is resonates. I felt group number two that like I saw literally like let's say not literally, but I saw like a flashlight, and you know that when like in the dark when there's a flashlight, like this angle is the angle that has everything light, and the rest like outside of the angle of the flashlight is dark. So it was just the opposite. So flashlight was just like pointing out to the dark. Can you see that the light just changed? Okay, that's interesting. So flashlight was pointing to the dark, and everything else, like outside of the angle of the flashlight, like this side and this side, was all in the light. So I kind of felt like group number two. Like first of all, I heard your wishes coming through, and second of all, you're comfortable by being in the dark. Like you might be resonating by being a night owl, and also I feel like you do not like being in the presence of other people. Like you like your own company more than else, and if you and you're quite comfortable of being alone. So if someone else to come into your life to share this life with you, like your life partner, which you might not be in the search of so much, that person should not make you feel any less uncomfortable. So that person should be more or less feeling or thinking like you too, in order for you to feel comfortable as well. Otherwise, you're not going to accept that person, I feel like. But that was a very, very interesting message. Let's take group number two. I'm going to do the life shuffle right now about like who you are. So this is your time. Feel free, comfortable, get relaxed. And let's see what your guides, angels, ancestors would like to tell you about yourself. Any confirmation, anything to bring out your attention, who you are, group number two. Let's see who you are. Okay. We have seven of emotions that came in reverse. It's like there are plenty of fishes in the sea, but I don't want any of them. And three of materials came in reverse. I'll get one more card. Oh, we have star at the bottom. I feel like group number two, like, okay, you might have siblings. You might have like female siblings as well, but I feel like there are not too many people that are operating from the same kind of mindset with you. So you are not everyone's cup of tea. That's one thing, and you're quite okay with it. I feel like you have been on this understanding for quite a while. So if you have siblings, you might be quite feeling alike, and you might be also, that's a very specific message, but you might be having a sibling from like another father or mother as well. But like you are like soul sisters. Like although you have like even though you have a blood bond, you are more than that. Like it's just like your soul family incarnates as your siblings in this lifetime. So you are quite unique. Like you have all the options, and I believe that you're quite an attractive and beautiful person. Like if you're female, you have a lot of suitors. Like not suitors, but you have a lot of people interested in you. So if you would like to be in a relationship, it's not hard for you to find someone, you know? So that's why I feel like there's a lot of fish in the sea. You can see the Seven of Cups, the lady who's like, in a way, how she's looking at the fishes, but she's like, I'm good. You know, you have so much of like a fulfilled emotional connection with those like closest loved ones. With so that you are not in search for any other like a temporary relationship to fill any kind of void, because I don't see that you have that kind of like a void in your soul. Like you're quite contented with it. So from now on, like you're not so much in search for, let's say, new people to be in your life, because you're quite selective of the people you allow your energy into, like you allow the excess of your energy to. So you are quite aware of your vibrant energy, the uniqueness that you're providing, and yeah, you're quite like selective towards other people. But I feel like sometimes you might come across as somehow cold to the other people. It's with the star card, I'm trying to understand. Yes, you're quite intuitive. Like this sun, this light on her third eye is so much like bringing me out to this light on her hand. But the star was in reverse, so I'm seeing that there is one type of like a wish fulfillment you might have been trying to see and envision, but you haven't quite get your hands around it yet. You know, you couldn't quite have it yet. So this might be one of the biggest, let's say, focal point for you, like focus point for you? Interesting. Seven more cards. Nine of Wands, and that came in reverse. That's beautiful. So you guys are traveling a lot in your basically sleeping state. That might be also one thing. Like you might have been in realization of it. So you might see yourself as your project quite many times, but you might have the potential to also wake up restless because of that. But I don't quite see you guys are type of people who are having some issues about sleeping or falling into sleep. So apart from the times that you're actually astral projecting or the divine is keep sending you messages, etc., or you might be into lucid dreaming as well. The light keeps like it's just only for you right now. No, I did not have this issue with group number one. It's too bright now, too bright. But okay, so you might be into lucid dreaming as well, but except from the times that you're astral projecting or like receiving messages or downloads, I feel like you guys have quite uninterrupted sleep. And yeah, not everyone has it, so that's very beautiful. I'm hearing Midas's touch. You have that. Like, you are so confident in yourself, that I believe, group number two. So it's like you can turn anything you touch into gold, but you're so selective about what's in which area or who or what you're going to invest your energy into. I really need more clarification for you. The Empress. You are the Empress. You have the divine. You have the universe within you. You might have Taurus in your chart as well. You are quite sensual. You're very beautiful. You're like very pleasing to see to the eye, to the people around you, and like your aura is very much like attractive, and you know the source is in you. Like you can just manifest and get everything you want. So that's like a very beautiful stage to be in, and I believe that you did not struggle a lot. Also, you didn't have to struggle a lot to reach through that state in your through your early childhood as well. I feel like you were always in the center of attention. Like, you know, when we were a kid, like in the first, second grade, or in the high school, etc., you might have been quite popular. And also, especially through the high school, like you might have been like in the head of the group or like the person that everyone looks up to, or let's say that everyone would like to be friends with you, but you were so selective, etc. So it's not in coming from a snobby sense, but it might have been looked to the other people around you. But it is in a sense that like you were so sure of yourself. So it was so lucky that you had this like a beautiful, basically, siblings, friends, the true connections with you, or even the love that you see from your parents. That's very beautiful. I love that. I love that for you. Let me check out for the Seven of Emotions in reverse. Can I get a clarification on that? Oh, okay, you really want to come? Tower? Huh. You guys have immense mind powers, I feel. I don't know if you guys are somehow being resonated by being a witch, and I saw 1010 when I'm saying that. When you guys get angry, you might be quite destructive. I mean, like you you you're quite grounded. Like everyone sees you and perceive you as grounded. Even the people, especially you first come into contact with, like you're so stable and grounded that there's something alluring about you, and there's something mysterious about you. But the fact that when you get angry, people are so like freak out, like you give that kind of vibe that you're not safe to be around. But this is in a sense that very authoritative sense, like you change in a 180 degrees, and it's quite scary for the other people, so they take you very seriously in any cases. So I'm not mentioning about any kind of telekinesis is what I'm hearing, but I'm not mentioning any kind of like a destructive powers because I don't see you guys being angry. Like I don't see that that's your natural state. But whenever you do get, then that is quite like different and important issue. It should be for you to get in that stage, get triggered like that. Not everything can trigger you that much. Uh, yeah, you can make tables turn like quite much, and you are quite clear about your boundaries as well. So you did not struggle a lot, and you don't feel like guilt or shame while saying no or setting boundaries to the other people. So from time to time you might be coming across as cold because of this reason, but you know that it's none of my business like how you basically perceive me. Like I did not try to hurt you, but if you get like, a little bit annoyed by that or feel a little bit uneasy by that, then you might have to look at yourself. So I see you guys operating from this like a very direct energy. So you might be resonating by being an air sign as well, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Let me see. I'm getting some Scorpio vibes as well. But there is something about, I don't know if I can get any more clarity, but 16 also adds up to 7, and there's 7. There is something about your spiritual powers. Like, I do not know. Like, definitely astral projection, like traveling, astral traveling, and like, basically you can see things like clairvoyance, but like more than seeing into the future, like you can really connect with the other realms and the other energies. And I'm really getting some witch vibes in here. Like you can put black magic on someone if you would like to, group number 2, but you know the consequences and everything. So I don't know if you have been practicing it or if it's like something like basically passed on through your like lineage, but I'm so into knowing that. 6 of emotions. I don't know if the most thing that really like gets on your nerves are the people who are trying to get advantage of you, especially like people that you share some certain connection with from the past, trying to come back to your life and asking for some kind of like or claiming some kind of like ownership to something you have or some success you acquired. So you might be quite like cutting at the situations. And for some reason I'm getting like a vibe that you might be a mom as well. So if someone like try to claim anything on your kids, or try to, let's say, imply that they might know something best for your kids, or etc., you might be getting quite protective as well. But that is very specific message. I really want to get clarification on that Tower card as well. I'm really wondering how much resonating this group is for you, group number 2 right now. I really want to hear about that. We have Fool. Wow. Like, what I'm hearing is that you do not take risks. You know what you're doing, but like what you're doing always seem like a risk to the other people. So you are so much in alignment with the universe, and can you see that the universe in here? Like she's always confident. She always trusts the universe, has her back. Whatever she does, like she's just basically stepping into the action, into the sun. So she does not afraid of the unknown. You have immense amount of self-confidence in here, so you can basically create anything you put your mind into, and you can disrupt anything you set your mind into as well. Wow, like 2 major arcanas in here as a clarification for the 7 of cups. So if anything wanted to mess with you, it's no good for them at all. So you have to be like in your peace of mind, basically, not to be like too much disturbed or like get on your nerves. 6 of emotions come again this time in upright for 3 of materials in reverse. The connections in your life that is really with you are from your childhood. I don't see that you guys are like from your early childhood. I don't see that you guys are too much open or even want to have any more new connections throughout your adult life, because you had such beautiful connections when you were a kid, and you might you guys might be resonating by raised up around some water as well. So even at the beach, and you had such a beautiful life as a kid. So you are not in search for any new connections at this stage of your life, or you don't even feel like you're gonna be in the future, because you are also quite contented and fulfilled. And can you see that, like this array of like a triangle? This is what I was kind of mentioning, that when I just show you that kind of like a flashlight angle. So in here, you can see that for this bubble, for this glass, there is some like I don't know, forsaken a forest or some place that is a little bit foggy. So like this is the dark part, but everything else is kind of like a light. So people might not be understand most of the times why you do the things in a certain way that you do. But I mean, this is you. Like they don't need to understand it, and you feel quite like happy in that sense that you're not everyone's cup of tea, basically. You guys might start to also realize your psychic powers quite an early age. I feel like you guys even like move objects with your mind. Oh my god. The Temperance, 14. It adds up to 5 as a change. That came in reverse. Clarification for the Nine of Voices, which is Nine of Swords. You might have some. This is not for Gemini, but you might have a Gemini in your chart, so you guys might be resonating by quite indecisive at cases, especially like divided your attention on multiple things all at the same time. I feel like you guys are natural thinkers, so your mind is always at the go mode. So you might be having Geminis in your chart. I know, maybe in your third house as well. Let me see. I feel like when you take an action, it's like always coming from a very like a certain and a grounded place. You guys really love to be in the dark, and you're not so open to let other people know what you're doing or what you're up to. So even if you're in the social media, the things that you share might be so much on in a surface level, because you do not want people to get a deeper grasp at who you are or what you're up to. So you only trust a very little amount of people in your life, and you're quite okay with it. Like you do not share your dreams with anyone, but I do not know if you guys somehow feel like alone quite time to time at times. I'm not sure if it's gonna be resonating with you. I also believe that you guys also like beautiful things in life, especially the appearance is quite important for you. How you present yourself to the others around you is quite important. Like even like even the acquaintances in your life, the friends, and not like the best friends, but the people you let to be around you, has to be in a certain kind of prestige, or like had to have certain accomplishments in their life. Five of inspirations. Yeah, I see that you had this like a mental chatter actually on your mind. So I don't know if you guys have been resonating by like easily sleeping or falling into sleep and not having a problem about it. Maybe actually on the opposite, you might be having too much options. So you might be evaluating too many things during the night time. So that might be keeping you awake at the same time. Let me put this one in here. Yeah, it's like your mind is your like biggest supporter and the biggest, not enemy, but biggest distraction at the same time. Let's get more cards about who you are with number 2. And we have 5 in here. So I guess like the learning to get a control on your mind is one of the biggest things for you. Learning how to use it. That's why I'm really getting some vibes, the fact that you can actually move objects. Earth element stability is at 38. It's up to 11. I'm gonna get one more card. We have solar eclipse as well. Revolution 44. You guys might be having challenging times during the eclipses, especially if it's like threatening the certain structures you build around your self-worth, the people, the stability, the tangible things. Then that's like very uneasy for you, and you hate to be seen with your struggles to the world. So it's like you have to always keep a straight face, even if you're struggling a lot. Sixth house routine and earth element. So you guys might be having either Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus in your sixth house. The fact is that your routine is your everything. So you have to have the stability in your life about your finances, about your work, like whatever you do so neatly. So it doesn't even have to be your career, even if it's like a side job for you. It had to be done perfectly. Like your health is so important for you as well. Like your routines which supports your health in a good way is had to be there. Like it's non-negotiable for you. Like let's say that if you're doing yoga, if you're doing meditation every day, if you're vegan, or if you like your smoothies, even if it takes some time out from your day, you had to have that. Like you're gonna wake up early, but you have to have it. So this is like a very strict mind towards your health, because your body is your everything in that sense. That's why you might be also finding yourself quite attracted to people with a good physique, because it just calls you out, saying that they respect themselves because you respect yourself a lot, and you want to see the same thing from others as well. Let me actually see what else with the six houses we have. Actually, I have been like having some. Oh, here. Okay, more understanding through the houses recently. So I feel like you guys also expect some kind of like a perfection from others as well. So it might be hard for you to be flexible if someone would like to change the structure which already exists. Your sleeping schedule might be already like very tight in that sense. Yeah, this two energy sticks out with the earth element. It's just like confirming for me the first message I was telling it to you for your meditation, that you are quite contented and enough for yourself. Even if you're single, to be single, you're quite enough for it, and you're not looking out for any partner at this stage, I feel. And even if there had to be one person for your life, it had to be fit in your schedule. You know, you're not going to extend yourself for that person. It had to be like you. Otherwise, you're not going to get alone and you want that person to be out. Okay, what else? Group number two. I'm very intrigued by this reading. Wow. I keep getting a lot of cards from Moonology. Okay, here it is, Virgo. Full moon and you're good enough. So I don't see you guys are having any kind of issues about your worth, actually. So this card could indicate that you're good enough, you're deserving of everything you're putting it out into the world, and you want to manifest. Actually, what I'm seeing is that I do not need to tell you those things, because you are very much in contentment with yourself, who you are, what you want, what you're deserving. You always were. And whenever you value someone and allow someone into your life, which there are not too many people in your life that you can give that much of deep access to, you love it for good. Like they are going to be in your life for good. You're not flaky in that sense. You know what you want, and you're always going to get what you want. You guys are very, very detail oriented. Yeah, that earth element, like, yeah, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, I was mentioning, maybe you guys are resonating by being a Virgo, or you might have a Virgo in your sixth house as well. Don't let pride get in your way. So yeah, that's one thing. The people might be actually like receiving you somehow prideful from time to time, or most of the times actually, because you do not go with their rules. You are so much in contentment and with yourself and know what you want, so you're not going to mess with anything, it's not coming from an egoistic place. Like from time to time, since that sense of self is so strong, you might mix it with an ego, or most people always do mix it with ego. Well, I do not believe it is coming from ego. It's just coming from an exceptional self-awareness place, let's say. Balance spirituality and practicality. Sometimes you're so much in your head that, especially with your gifts, I am so much wondering, like, if this group is resonating, please do let me know down in the comments, like, what are the gifts that you're already aware of, like, spiritually, because they are so strong that I feel like you might be having Pisces somewhere in your chart or quite dominant as well. They are so strong that you might easily get lost in them, especially when you're astral projecting. So you might really have to get a hold on to that. Maybe the reason why you also are interested or want to be interested in working more on the lucid dreaming is to have a control over that. Because, yeah, you really need to do balance between the real life and your spirituality in that sense. Because, yeah, nothing is yet set in stone, so that might really like stir you, of course. Like, you're an extremely grounded person, but whenever you dive deep into the spiritual side, and from the outside looking to the strangers, you definitely do not might look like you're into spirituality. But whenever you are into that, you really have to be like balancing it out quite good, because it has a potential to stir you, of course. Let's see, group number 2. Especially during the certain moon phases, like your gifts might be getting not like out of hands, but like too strong. Wow. Okay, we have boundaries and yes, just say yes. So you might have been thinking or asking about something and the answer is yes, or it's just like a confirmation that you have extremely strong boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Yeah, I usually talk about, having better boundaries and learning about boundaries and stepping into your own power, and not feeling guilty about what you want, what you put out there, etc. Whenever I got boundaries card or get a message around that. But I really do not feel I need to say any of those things to you. Like, can you see that there are tons of fans that are trying to reach out to you, but you are so fucking freaking, I'm sorry, grounded. Group number 2, you do not let anyone else to touch into your energetic field. This is so precious. Excuse me, what you're doing. It's kind of like energy or vibe you're giving it to those very unstable, ungrounded, and unconscious people who are trying to get an access to you. Wow. I'm quite intrigued by that. Let's get one more card from here, group number 2, about who you are. We got 2, because I never got the amount I want. Loosen your grip, your star family. So coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in, and you're part of a team of souls calling support. So this again like confirms with me with astral projection, and I'm getting chills when I'm saying that right now. So as I said before, you guys do not like to share your struggles with other people much, especially strangers or acquaintances or like a so-called friends. You don't let anyone to see that you're struggling. They have no idea what's actually happening in your life. I do not know how much you let the very close people, the soul family of yours, to know about what you're struggling with. Maybe you don't want to burden them, maybe you don't share much, but you definitely share some amount. But like, you had a tendency to pull to your own shell whenever something deep is happening with you. If it's some kind of like a spiritual experience, you had a deep one, or like if it's something heavy you're going through, you tend to be on your own self. Like the thing is that your closest circle, they know you so well. They do understand you're struggling. So you don't even need to exactly reach out to them and say that, hey, I need support in that area. They already feel and know and come. But they can only know so much, only the amount that you share. So whenever you have these deep struggles, I feel like you had some kind of like escape or coping mechanisms. Maybe spiritual is one of them. So since it's so strong for you, it can easily get your focus away from your problems whenever you want to develop into some spiritual experiences. But the thing is that that might not be always the very healthy one. And the star family is saying that whenever in those situations that you feel like your 3D reality might not get you the support that you actually need, you can call upon us. So the spiritual practices or the experiences you got used to developing into, they are good to experience. They're good to basically like polish to keep it alive. But the fact that you can actually switch it around a little bit, how you want to use your gifts, how you want to basically connect with us or with the divine, maybe like the shared sense of the connection that you are trying to receive through the spirituality might change a little bit. So you might want to try to call out your star family, connect with them, with the divine, with the consciousness in that sense, to see what kind of support or what kind of like a soul soothing energies you're gonna receive. So you can be more discerning about discerning was the word I was looking up for the whole week, sorry. So you might be more discerning about how the energies that you are reaching out to feel you gonna make you feel. So if you have been reaching out to certain type of energies and it was just like you feel like it's not like suiting your soul so much, but it's just like some temporary escape, versus you're trying to reach out to some new energies and it just fills your soul with such kind of like a peace that you haven't had before. So being discerning about these two type of energies that I'm like talking about. Okay, we have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's desires. What are you trying to decide on group number 2? You might be quite also, yoga. You might be quite into numerology as well and learning astrology. Yoga, it says that your life enhanced by yoga and stretching and exercising. I feel like this is also one of your routines, and this is also one of the things that you're not going to compromise during your day. And trust. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. This gives me some counseling vibes, to be honest. And this gives me some kind of like a clairvoyant vibe as well. Like you have such immense amount of your power in your spiritual abilities. So you guys have to look out to it more. And leadership, yeah. Take charge of the situation. You're a leader. You might be in a boss position right now in some sense, but you guys, like, even if you're thinking about changing some kind of career path, still what's meant for you, what you're gonna thrive in, is like when you are a leader, when you're a boss of your own. But this is all I got for you, group number 2. That was one of the most interesting readings I've ever had. I hope it was resonating. I hope it was helpful in bringing some kind of like a piece of heart and mind and clarity. I really love to hear from you down in the comments. But if you loved the reading, I really appreciate your thumbs up. And I hope to see you next time. Until then, very much take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So if you're choosing this pile with the Mermaid Tarot and with this elephant crystal on it, this is going to be your reading. But before I start with your reading, I'd like to share with you what I felt during your meditation. And it was like, okay, they were like specific messages, so take them only if they resonate with you. I felt group number 3 that first of all I saw like a ginger or like a red, like orange kind of like a hair person, so you might be resonating with that. And I feel that you guys like to be in a meditative state. You guys have been maybe practicing it like quite a lot, or you just started it recently and like you're just finding the peace of mind at that moment, and you just love that feeling of not being bounded by any kind of responsibilities or anything at the moment. And at the same time, I heard like a cabinet in the woods. So if you, I don't know if you guys always wanted to like get away out in the nowhere that no one can disturb you. You know, you're gonna meditate all the time, or like you're gonna be away from people and just be more in touch with who you actually are. So that might be one thing that you already have or you would like to do and have. And I also heard like sleeping until late hours. Maybe that's something you like to do. But let's see group number 3. Let's dive deep into reading. And I'm just reminding that this is your own personal time. Just like a get cozy, chill, relax. And let's see who you are, group number 3. Any kind of confirmation, anything? Oh. Okay, I got the cards one by one. I just intend to get 3 and then the clarifiers. But why do I get the 3 cards already now? Okay, I'm not gonna be stubborn, so I'm just taking all of them. We have a lovers. You might be having a Gemini in your sun sign or like quite dominant in your chart. We have Ace of Wands, beautiful, and we have Page of Pentacles in reverse. Group number 3, you're kind of quite like a, you have many layers to yourself. Basically, you're quite colorful. You have this childlike an energy. You might be resonating by being an elemental, like very connected with the mother nature, very connected with the earth elements. Like a forest may be really calling out to you by that reason as well. You guys might not be so much liking by being near water, maybe even like you guys might not be so much liking swimming or like getting, you know, like getting a little bit further away in the ocean or sea, or do not like too deep pools as well for some reason. Not like a water phobia, but maybe somehow interesting messages. So I feel like you guys like to be in some places which are a little bit quite untraditional. I do not know if you guys are into, how does it called, like can I find the word? You know that geography, not like geography, but like they basically dig archaeology. Oh my, here, freaking god, I don't know how did I forget that word. So you might be archaeologues or like or interested in actually like discovering some old civilizations or nations, or reading about it, or literally going there. You guys might be having extra connection with crystals, especially maybe fire elements related crystals are like more like activating for you. I do not know what are they. Do not ask me. If you know it, you can leave a comment down below. I'm not so good with the crystals, but yeah, interesting. Let me start with the lovers rather than in general. So you might be at a stage of your life currently that you might trying to decide on something. You're trying to decide on make a decision. It's like you're trying to see it from 2 different perspectives. Like you might trying to like imagine yourself, dream about yourself. I saw 444 when I just said that. So you guys might be at a situation that you're making quite a fundamental decision in your life, about your life. So whatever you choose might gonna affect what you're doing afterwards. But I see that one thing that you're being indecisive about is that the new path you want to choose, it seems like this Page of Pentacles in reverse. This is something a little bit new to you, but this is not totally new, because you have all the talents and skills and you have been practicing on it as a side thing, as a side job, as a side hobby, whatever it is, for quite a while. But this like creates sparks in your soul, but this is quite different than what your current circumstances is. That's why you are feeling a little bit hesitant towards it right now that I feel. So you're trying to imagine your life and most of the aspects of it. If you choose to be in this new direction, how would it look like? Versus if you continue in your current path, how would it look like? I feel like this new area is gonna make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because I see that the new area is that mermaid inside the ocean. And I was just mentioning that you guys might not be so much into water or being around water or deep into the water, whatever is that, or in the ocean. So I guess your current circumstances is pretty much stable. Like there's a castle around, and I guess like she's like a princess there, I assume. So it feels like you're quite like contented right now and very stable. But if you want to change it, it's going to be like getting out of your comfort zone a bit. So it's like quite a little bit on your head. So that might be also the reason why like spirit is kind of like enhancing it and bringing out this message more than who you are at this point. So this actually might align you, this decision might actually align you with your life purpose, like who you meant to be, like what you meant to be doing in this lifetime. I want to get clarifiers. Yeah, you are a little bit on stalemate mode with this hangman right now. It's like the foggy, like you put yourself in a situation. I'm sorry for saying that, but it seems like it's like very uncomfortable. Like you really want to change, but it's very uncomfortable, if you want to change it. So it's like you put yourself in a very much uncomfortable position that you might be pushing yourself to decide. But maybe you just need to take a break from this needing to decide mode. I don't know if you guys have some time restrictions though. We got Hermit in reverse. Yes, like you guys have been in this like a trying to decide mode for quite a long while. It came in reverse. You have been contemplating on this lovers, this decision quite a long while. Seriously, like I got like who you are kind of like a descriptive message for group number 1 and 2. But like when it comes to you guys, it's all about your current circumstances right now. Like I'm not feeling too much about like trying to describe you to you. The Knight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like the longer you keep yourself in this like a overdeveloping, overthinking mode, the more you're gonna get lost in your emotions and not gonna be able to make any kind of objective decision around it. Yeah, the fact is that you're quite a giving person. Like you're quite well known in your society and you're very much in touch with nature. I don't know if you guys are somehow like earth sign. Not so sure it like Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but take it as it resonates. But you are definitely elementals. You have a connection with the nature, fairies, whatever it is that you might just Google it a little bit more. You're very much supported by like beings around you, although you see them or not. You have quite many spirit animals around you. Like if there's like something that is quite catching your eye at the first sight about animal, you guys can Google it as well, like a spiritual meaning, like about what is helping you at the current moment. Thing is that you really like to provide for your community. You like to be in a good relationship with the people around you. You like to be loved by them. You don't need it, but you're just like naturally a very nice person. So everyone respects you and you would like to provide for them. Maybe when you do this decision, it means that living this community that you created behind. So you might be a little bit struggling or you don't want to feel like you're betraying them, but you're not. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Like this is going to be a new chapter that might be a little bit uncomfortable. And how ironic is that I choose a mermaid deck for you and I'm mentioning that you guys might not like water. So it's really like uncomfortable situation you're in right now. Like you are putting yourself in, like those kind of little things. The first time I realized on the wheel, so they could actually accumulate there like that. only if you don't touch the wheel for so long. You did not disturb the wheel. And the wheel means that basically taking ahead and taking a control of your direction of your life. So you haven't touched the wheel, you did not take an action towards it for a long while. You were just going with the flow, everything was good. You got many things you wanted until this point of your life, but now it's like a change time and you're still not touching the wheel. What is that? Is that? Let me see one thing. Yeah, I'm checking for my notes. And is that Neptune? Yes. So this is quite an intuitive decision you need to make, I feel, and you are not quite trusting your intuition that I feel. This is going to be different. This is going to be a little bit untraditional than what you're currently doing or what your society expects you to do. And I feel that your society is quite supportive as well. Very, very specific message. Like, you do not need to resonate with that. I just feel and heard that orphan, not like orphan, but like you guys might be actually raised by not your parents. Like, your parents might be alive and still with you, but I feel like either your other like acquaintances, like a family related people, or like some friends who might have raised you, or even at the orphanage or something, but it was a very beautiful and loving environment to be raised in. I just wanted to mention that, but as I said before, it's a very, very specific message, so it might not be you at all. Yeah, this is very intuitive, like a decision you need to make, and you're not trusting it. You're not trusting your intuition. I really feel like you don't want to let down the people who you are with right now. I don't know if you even like talk with them or if you just open yourself and heart up to them. I believe that they're going to be quite supportive. I got the cards again. Knight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles upright. Seriously, like there are many cards in here. I do not know why they are the two ones that fall out like that. You have something new to bring into this world. And if it requires for you guys to change your environment or take some kind of initiative, I do see that your environment is going to be quite supportive towards it. Actually, they're going to provide for you, and we have the Wheel of Fortune again at the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. What's the Page of Pentacles, reverse 4? I guess you need to hear more about that. Magician. This is what you have been manifesting for. You have all the power to create it. Like, you guys are the magicians, but you're seeing yourself as a page. You're not the page. Like, this meaning for this, like a Page of Pentacles, is someone that is quite like enthusiastic and quite skillful. So the Pentacles of the pages is the most skillful among all the pages, and the fact that that's in reverse is exactly telling me that you are not trusting your skills enough and yourself, but you are the magician. You can do it. Can you see that how this lady is basically making the fishes turn around her wand? And here is the Ace of Wands. So your skills are enough to magnetize and attract whatever you meant to have in your life. And this like a magician lady. She's under the water, she's submerged into the depths of the ocean, and still she can perform that. So even if you perceive that the situation that you're going to be put yourself out into there, out of your comfort zone, is going to be very unknown environment, very new things, and you might not be capable of, that's so far away from the truth, to be honest. Like, in this environment you're gonna shine. You just need to give yourself a break. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep it outright. You're being a little bit harsh to yourself. You're 9 of Wands. Like, you're at the end of a breakthrough, but you're being harsh to yourself and your skills. Emperor. You really feel the burden of the society, because in this deck with the Emperor, you don't want to take any rash or haste decisions. I do understand that, but I'm seeing that you guys have been in this indecisiveness mood for so long. The other thing is that in this deck, the explanation for the guidebook says for the emperor that he is so much aware of all the responsibility he has towards all the seas and creatures in the sea. So you are feeling a lot of responsibility towards your society mostly, I feel, or anything else. That is the biggest decision, biggest like obstacle in front of you, why you don't want to let go, why you don't want to move forward. Five of Wands, yeah, maybe maybe you have been you have helped to raise these people, maybe these people raised you, or you help them to gain some kind of like acknowledgement about themselves, or help them to gain some kind of career path, etc. So you feel like they still need you, but actually if you tell them that you will not switch to something new, there will be many support you're gonna receive. Let's see if we can get more about who you are, group number 3. Vacants. 2 cards for you, group number 3. Okay. We have 7th house. Partners, 31. Let me get clarification on that, group number 3. Saturn. You guys might have quite like challenging relationships through partnerships, especially through commitments. So that might be quite restrictive for you, especially until your late 20s. You guys might have been quite tested and a challenge when it comes to the committed relationships. I don't see you guys being someone who's jumping from relationship to another. Because you're quite committed when it comes to romantic partnerships and what you expect in them. And for somehow, I'm just feeling that you guys are natural givers, so you provide it, but it might be coming from some insecure place as well somehow. But you guys have been appreciated in your committed relationships. I'm not sure if you're in a committed one now, but Black Moon and Lilith. So there's a lot of growth and learning to be done when it comes to committed relationships. Again, as I said, I don't think you guys are the types that are jumping from one to another. Plus, the 7th house is the partnerships house, the more committed ones. So this decision you are having a hard time to make, it might be about leaving a relationship behind, or leaving a commitment behind. The Black Moon Lilith is all about the mystery, so you guys might be tempted towards something, but this is not quite new thing for you. So your soul was calling out to that for quite a long while. I might get some moon cards for more clarification in that. What's under the deck? Sagittarius, I see. So there is very much growth happening when it comes to relationships. It might be the case that you guys are currently facing towards a relationship right now, a new one, and this is quite untraditional, but this is something you really want to pursue. And can you see the 12 and 21, the mirroring images in here? That you might be having a Sagittarius in your Lilith, or Sagittarius might be in your 7th house. So there's definitely, regardless, an expansion is happening. Some transformation is happening with the Pluto and the Sagittarius in here. But the fact that this is a transformation and happening with the 7th house is telling me that it's happening through the partnerships right now. So you might be contemplating about living a stable one for a better or newer horizons. So the current partnership you have might have been serving you in your community quite a lot, but maybe the spark is gone. So now you have been already feeling the spark with someone else, with some new different occasion. So you want to broaden your horizons. This is someone that you can have quite deep conversations with, or this is an area that could actually help you to develop and gain your understanding towards the world, why those kind of philosophy philosophical things are happening, or like a deeper conversations, like either this is a job or area that you can like dive deep into those more kind of like a why question types, like yeah, broadening your horizons or point of view, or this is a partnership that you can actually start talking about those kind of deep meaningful things, and there is more like an intellectual connection in that. But yeah, it is not something you can quite see, and it's not something that the spirit is willing to give you a direct answer to as well. Oof, I'm having a headache. Guys, you have been thinking about it quite a lot. Let's see what else Spirit would like to tell it to you with number 3. Taurus, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. You're gonna be financially stable. You have been like postponing a decision and contemplating on it quite a while. But you're gonna be financially stable if you choose to take that direction. And nothing will come out of this situation if you choose to stay in the situation you're in. Plus, the void course moon is also represents also the phase of the moon that we do not know what's happening. So it's very much in alignment with Black Moon Lilith. It's a mystery. So you're only going to keep yourself in stuck with this mystery. You have to take an action towards it. And luck is on your side with the Sagittarius. New moon in Sagittarius. We have Sag again. One more card can we get? I guess not. Oh, okay. The energy is gaining momentum. If you don't take an action, the universe is going to push your circumstances in a way to take an action. So, okay. Luck is on your side, but nothing will come out of this situation. You're being very hesitant toward changing your circumstances right now. But when you do decide on taking an action, everything is going to follow and fall into its places in a way that's going to serve you the most. So you guys might be in, you guys might be having Sag in your chart. Like very likely, and you guys might be resonating by also like very determined on the things you would like to do. So you guys might be having a lot of passions, but when you start pursuing one, you are quite determined on it. So no one can steer you off your course until you achieve what you got. So I believe that you come into a point in your life that you actually achieve something. And I do see that it's in some kind of like a purpose in your society through some kind of like a relationship. But I see that there is nothing more to learn from that anymore. That's why your circumstances has to change, and that's why you need to transform with Pluto in 11. This is very much in alignment with your life purpose. But the thing is that it has to happen even though how comfortable it feels for you. Prosperity definitely lies ahead. You don't need to worry about money. You guys might be resonating by being like you guys might be resonating by liking to have some stability in your life, especially likes to get joy from the finer things. Maybe you guys have been suppressing yourselves and somehow has a tendency to shame a little bit whenever you get joy from some finer or luxury things in life. But this is one of the things of who you are. We do not need to feel shame of it at all. If they are here and they are those objects, those material things, they are here for us to enjoy basically. There's also one specific message might not resonate with you. Sorry. Guys, spirit is coming strong. I'm having a headache. Yeah, a Taurus is also might be one of your charts. Also, Lilith might be on your uh, Taurus as well. And the communication is the key. Like, do we have one more communication here? Yes. Underneath the transformation Pluto, Mercury retrograde reinvention. Like something is definitely changing in your life right now. And the more you're clear about your intentions to the people around you, to the universe, the better it's gonna be. Again, with the lovers and the Gemini, we have Gemini quite like emphasized in here for you guys. I feel like you need to speak up. You need to speak up and share what you're feeling with the people you trust the most around you. So that's really gonna help you to get a clear understanding about you actually have a lot of support. People really do respect you. They actually appreciate your presence and everything you supported and give for them. So they would like to basically love to return it back to you. You guys might be quite also talented about communication and expressing yourself and leading others as well. Like being in the public eye, like speaking in front of a public is not of a problem for you. You actually enjoy it, that I see. There's a lot of new moon in here, a lot of growth in general that's happening in your life. Like this is one of your life's journey. You're going to extend yourself and expand yourself in many different areas and directions, and you're always going to be supported. You might be one of those like people that whatever you step into, you will be always supported by the universe. You don't need to be worried about the technicalities or practicalities. The earth will always provide for you. You might be those earth babies. I do not know their zodiac signs, like they are not necessarily the earth elements, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. They might be, but they're always supported by the earth. That's why the elementals might be very much resonating with you. Let's see group number 3. Who are you? What else you guys would like to tell about who you are? The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. Let me get one more card. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not you. Something is changing, and your guides are just reminding you that currently it's happening for you. Please, like, do not take it in a way that we are trying to rip anything off from your life. It's just like something better is ahead that might be very well involving for you to be aligned with your soul tribe. Not the fact that the people you have been in contact with until now were not your like people. Again, we have the same card. They were your people, but you have outgrown from your environment, and you are so appreciative of those people who have helped you until now. But the fact that accepting you might have outgrown from some environment does not mean that you are somehow superior or something. No, like you might be feeling appreciative towards what has happened and all the people, all the circumstances that have served you until now, but at the same time, you can still be in the awareness that there is something better for you. And those people will always support you. You have such genuine connections, and that's just beautiful. But there is a more waiting for you. That's why your soul is being drawn to and called to explore different occasions. Again, the ever unfolding rose cracked open is happening for you and not you. You are this peony, like you have a beautiful soul to sing and share with the others. The age of life, you have been training for this for lifetimes. You definitely have quite a lot of like connections and deep down souls with the Egypt. I feel that might be one of your incarnations, and uh, maybe even towards your ancestors as well. I feel like you guys are also travelers. You are very much drawn to some specific places on Earth at specific times, maybe under specific moon phases, under specific like astrological happenings. The thing is that you love traveling, you love getting to know different kind of like a point of views, you like broadening your mind's horizons, at the same time learning more about philosophy. And every travel you take out to the specific parts of the world is actually expanding your horizons. That might be one of the phases again like this in your lifetime currently. But this time, whatever you decide to, it feels like it's like opening doors for something more deeper for you, for your soul's growth. You're gonna be aligning with those people that that are gonna feel like home. We have this main token at the bottom of the deck, and it says that longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So you guys might be light workers. Can I get one or two more cards for group number 3, please? From the Star Seeds deck. I'm hearing like some new highs are coming for you. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. Can you see, oh my god, I'm getting chills. Can you see the resonance? You guys are definitely drawn to some specific parts of the world at some specific times. 3111 was the time I see at the clock. You can Google that. You guys are definitely like connected right now at this moment with your soul tribe. Like your soul is basically pulling each other towards one another. And 3131 I saw again, you're aligning with your soul tribe regardless. You're bringing up those connections, and they might be at the different parts of the world. I keep having chills right now. I can stop that. So you feel it in your gut. You just need to try. You just need to trust it. You just need to remember it. I'm hearing. Let's get last cards for you, group number 3, about what your soul could be successful about. We have children. Your life purpose involves helping and teaching and healing children. I believe that this is what you're doing, what you have been doing, and also you were in this very healing and loving environment while you were a kid. So you want to provide the same. And you were providing the same for the children in your community. We have support. Your life purpose is fully supports you. You're having doubts. You can see the angel that he's a little bit contemplating, just like the Hermit card in reverse. But you're fully supported. Just know that. So strength, everything you have experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. So everything is just like keeps coming to a point that your guides are saying that, the spirit is saying that you're fully supported. You have all the strength you need. You don't need to be worried about it. Transformation doesn't mean that we are taking away from you. It doesn't mean the end. It means actually new beginning. So that's all I got for you, group number 3. I hope it was helpful and resonating. That was also an interesting reading for me to have for you. Thank you so much for your time. And I really appreciate if you guys give a thumbs up. If you like the reading, or like share your experiences with me also down in the comments. But I hope this message brought you some kind of peace of heart and clarity. And I'm wishing you an amazing rest of your day. Take care of yourselves very much. And yeah, they're just telling me to tell them that you are special, and sending you lots of love, and hope to see you next time. Until then, bye bye.